lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy. This time I'm reviewing A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This book is 175 years old. It has been adapted multiple times, from everything from Mickey Mouse to the Muppets to Bill Murray doing a comedy. This is a really short story. It's actually a novella. This edition that I have, A Christmas Carol, takes up 72 pages of it. So not terribly long. It runs about 3.5 hours on the audiobook for just the Christmas Carol by itself. So, A Christmas Carol is a haunting story that features Ebenezer Scrooge, the greedy, isolated old man who doesn't like anybody and only cares about money and making money pretty much for the sake of making more money, because it doesn't seem to be spending on anything lavish. Like, he's not living it up in like the fanciest house ever with the most comforts. He's literally just hoarding all his money. And he is completely isolated himself. He has no friends. He has just the one coworker who works for him. Got a nephew that Scrooge would really rather not have to deal with, honestly. Things really get interesting on Christmas Eve when Scrooge goes home and is haunted by the ghost of his former business partner, Jacob Marley, who was also a greedy old man who didn't like humanity. But Marley comes with the message that he is not doing so well in the afterlife. That whole eternal damnation thing, that's kind of real, and it's entirely based on how well you treat others, and it's not working out so well for him. So he's come with a warning to Scrooge that he needs to shape up and be nicer and really just interact with other humans, or he's going to have the same fate, which is wandering the earth, lonely, by yourself, carrying heavy chains, watching everybody else have a good time, but not ever being able to do anything. So Marley sends 3 ghosts to come visit Scrooge. They are the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas present, and the ghost of Christmas is yet to come. They are all a little bit creepy. The last one, the ghost of Christmas past, is probably the creepiest of all. This has definitely got some darkness to it and is scary at times. So even though it's a Christmas story, it's also horror and haunting. And then we are following Scrooge through the whole thing as he's experiencing all these different scenes, things that he has already experienced in his past that has made him who he is, the good and the bad, things that he's missing out on in the present. And then what's going to happen if he doesn't change? This is definitely a classic, and it gets adapted so many times because it's such a good story. The story of Scrooge, but we're also get to see glimpses of other people in the story. We get to see Scrooge's employee, Bob Cratchit, who is this poor guy who is trying his hardest to put food on the table. He loves his family. He has the son that is crippled, and he tries so hard to take care of, but can only do so much when you're not really making a living wage. But also just being happy to have family. We see Scrooge's nephew, who just loves Christmas, and he loves people, and he loves sharing times with everybody else around him. We see the great love of Scrooge's life and why Scrooge isn't with her anymore. There are parts of the story that are really touching and really sweet, really sappy, that are really funny, that are filled with life and laughter and the enjoyment of it being Christmas. And there are parts of it that are really scary and really spooky. And parts where I'm absolutely terrified, even though I know what's going to happen and even though I've read this story before. So if you haven't actually experienced A Christmas Carol, like the book itself, I highly recommend picking it up. It's so good. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on A Christmas Carol? What is your favorite adaptation? My personal favorite one is A Muppet Christmas Carol. It is like my favorite Christmas movie ever. So peace out. I love you guys. Keep reading. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bye!